2026. A new year. A fresh start. 365 blank pages waiting to be written. And I need you to understand something right now. Before you make another plan, before you set another goal, before you make another promise to yourself. This year, 2026, needs to be different. Not just in what you do, but in where you direct your focus, in where you invest your energy, in who you prioritize. Because if you keep doing what you've been doing, spreading yourself thin, trying to please everyone, putting everyone else first, you're going to get the same results you've been getting. Another year of unfulfilled potential, another year of unfinished goals, another year of wondering why everyone else seems to be moving forward while you're standing still. So let me tell you what 2026 needs to be about. It needs to be about you, your growth, your goals, your dreams, your transformation. Not in a selfish way, not in a narcissistic way, but in a necessary, survival, non-negotiable way. Because here's what most people don't understand. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot help others when you haven't helped yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. And right now, if you're honest with yourself, your cup is empty. You've been pouring into everyone else for so long that there's nothing left for you. Your job takes everything. Your family takes everything. Your friends take everything. Your responsibilities take everything. And at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the year, there's nothing left for you. No time for your goals, no energy for your dreams, no focus for your growth. And that ends now. That ends in 2025, because 2026 is the year you focus on yourself. Let me break down what that actually means, because focus on yourself isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a complete restructuring of how you live your life. First, it means protecting your time like it's sacred, because it is sacred. Your time is the only non-renewable resource you have. Every hour you give away is an hour you'll never get back. So in 2026, you stop saying yes to things that don't serve your growth. You stop attending events you don't want to attend. You stop helping people who never help you back. You stop spending time with people who drain your energy. You become ruthlessly selective about where your time goes, and you prioritize yourself first. Not last, not after everyone else has taken what they need, first. You schedule time for your goals before you schedule time for anyone else's needs. You block time for your development before you block time for their demands. You invest time in your future before you invest time in their present. This will make people uncomfortable. They're used to having access to your time whenever they want. They're used to you saying yes. They're used to you being available. But their comfort is not your responsibility. Your growth is your responsibility. So you set boundaries, you create protection around your time, and you defend it like your life depends on it, because it does. Second, focusing on yourself means investing in your development aggressively. In 2026, you need to become obsessed with becoming better, with learning, with growing, with evolving into someone more capable, more skilled, more valuable. This means reading every single day, not when you feel like it, every day, 30 minutes minimum. Books that challenge you, books that teach you, books that make you uncomfortable because they're showing you how much you don't know. This means taking courses, hiring coaches, finding mentors, investing money in your education even when it's uncomfortable, because education is the highest ROI investment you can make. This means practicing your craft daily. Whatever your skill is, writing, speaking, coding, designing, selling, you practice it every single day until you're undeniably excellent. Most people spend more money on entertainment than they do on education, more money on looking successful than on becoming successful, more money on impressing others than on improving themselves. But in 2026, you flip that. You invest in yourself before you invest in anything else, because you are your greatest asset, and assets that aren't maintained depreciate. Third,
Focusing on yourself means taking care of your body like it matters, because it does matter. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. If the vehicle breaks down, nothing else matters. So in 2026, you prioritize your health. Not tomorrow, not when you have time, not when it's convenient, now. You work out, not occasionally, not when you feel like it, consistently, 5, 6 times a week. You move your body, you build strength, you increase endurance, you take care of the machine. You eat like an adult, not like a child who wants sugar and convenience, like an adult who understands that food is fuel, and that what you put in your body determines how you perform. You sleep like your life depends on it, because it does. 7 to 8 hours minimum. You stop sacrificing sleep for productivity. You understand that sleep is productivity, that rest is how you recover and grow stronger. You stop making excuses about why you can't prioritize your health. I'm too busy. I'm too tired. I don't have time. Those aren't reasons. Those are choices. And in 2026, you choose differently. You choose your health. You choose your body. You choose longevity over convenience. Fourth, focusing on yourself means fixing your mindset.
This is the most important one, because everything else, your time, your development, your health, none of it matters if your mindset is broken. And for most people, their mindset is sabotaging them. The voice in their head is their biggest enemy. The stories they tell themselves are keeping them stuck. So, in 2026, you wage war on your limiting beliefs. You identify every negative thought pattern and you dismantle it. You question every excuse and you eliminate it. I'm not good enough. Says who? Based on what evidence? I'm too old to start. Says who? Plenty of people started later than you and succeeded. I don't have what it takes. Says who? You haven't even tried with real commitment yet. You stop accepting these lies as truth. You stop letting your fear masquerade as wisdom. You stop allowing your comfort zone to pretend it's protecting you when it's really limiting you. And you rebuild your mindset from the ground up with beliefs that empower you, with thoughts that push you forward, with an internal narrative that supports your growth instead of sabotaging it. You work on your mindset every single day. Through reading, through meditation, through journaling, through affirmations, through whatever tools work for you. Because your mindset is the foundation everything else is built on. Fix the foundation, or nothing you build will last. Fifth, focusing on yourself means pursuing your goals with obsession. Not with casual interest, not with lukewarm commitment, with obsession. In 2026, you identify the 1 or 2 goals that would fundamentally change your life if you achieved them, and you go all in. You make them your priority. You organize your entire life around making them happen. You stop dabbling. You stop trying 10 things half-heartedly. You focus on 1 or 2 things with complete commitment. And you work on them every single day. Not when you feel inspired, not when conditions are perfect, every single day. Rain or shine, motivated or not, you show up and you do the work. Because obsession is what creates extraordinary results. Casual effort creates casual results. Obsessive effort creates transformation. Most people are afraid of obsession. They think it's unhealthy. They think it's unbalanced. They think they need to keep perspective. But you know what's really unhealthy? Living your entire life wondering what you could have achieved if you'd actually committed. Dying with your potential still inside you because you were too balanced to go all in. In 2026, you choose obsession over balance. You choose commitment over moderation. You choose extraordinary over comfortable. Sixth, focusing on yourself means saying no without guilt. This is where most people fail. They know they should focus on themselves. They know they should protect their time and energy. But when someone asks for something, they can't say no. They feel guilty. They feel selfish. They feel obligated.
So they say yes, and they sacrifice their goals for someone else's needs, again and again and again. But in 2026, that stops. You learn to say no, without guilt, without apology, without explanation. Can you help me with this? No, I'm focused on my priorities right now. Want to hang out? No, I'm working on something important. Can you take on this extra responsibility? No, I don't have capacity for that. Short, direct, honest, no guilt. Because every yes to something unimportant is a no to something important. Every yes to someone else's priority is a no to your own. Every yes that drains you is a no to the energy you need for your goals. You cannot serve everyone and also serve yourself. You cannot prioritize everyone and also prioritize your growth. You have to choose. And in 2026, you choose you.
Now, let me tell you what happens when you actually focus on yourself for an entire year. By the end of 2026, you'll be unrecognizable, not just externally, but internally. Your body will be stronger, your mind will be sharper, your skills will be more refined, your goals will be closer or achieved, your confidence will be unshakable. But more importantly, you'll have proven something to yourself. That you matter, that your goals matter, that your growth matters, that you're worth investing in. You'll have broken the pattern of putting everyone else first. You'll have established new boundaries. You'll have built new habits. You'll have created a new identity. And the people around you will adjust. Some will respect your boundaries. Some will appreciate the stronger, more capable version of you. Some will benefit from you having more to give because you filled your own cup first. And some won't. Some will be upset that you're no longer available on demand. Some will be uncomfortable with your growth. Some will try to pull you back to who you were. Let them go. Your growth is more important than their comfort. Your future is more important than their familiarity with your past. In 2026, you're not trying to keep everyone happy. You're trying to become who you're meant to be. And those two things are often incompatible. So here's what you need to do right now, today, before 2026 officially begins. Sit down, get clear, define what focusing on yourself actually means for you. What are your one or two most important goals for the year? Write them down. Be specific. Make them measurable. What habits do you need to build to achieve those goals? Write them down. Schedule them. Make them non-negotiable. What toxic patterns do you need to break? What limiting beliefs do you need to eliminate? What relationships do you need to distance yourself from? Get brutally honest with yourself. Identify everything that's been holding you back and commit to eliminating it in 2026. Then, starting January 1st, you execute. You show up. You do the work. You protect your boundaries. You invest in yourself. You focus on your growth every single day. Not just in January when motivation is high. Not just until February when it gets hard. Every single day for the entire year. And when people question you, when they say you're being selfish, when they try to guilt you into going back to who you were, you stay strong. You remind yourself why you're doing this. You remember that you've spent years putting everyone else first and it got you nowhere. You understand that this year is different because you're different. 2026 is your year, not theirs, yours. Your year to grow, your year to achieve, your year to transform, your year to become who you've always been capable of becoming. But only if you focus on yourself, only if you make yourself the priority, only if you stop spreading yourself thin and start going deep on what matters. 365 days, 52 weeks, 12 months, that's all you have. And it's going to pass whether you use it or waste it. So use it, invest it, focus it entirely on yourself and your growth.
And when 2027 arrives, when you look back at 2026, you won't have regrets. You won't wonder what could have been. You won't wish you'd done more. You'll see transformation. You'll see achievement. You'll see a completely different person in the mirror. Someone stronger, more capable, more confident, more successful. Someone who focused on themselves when everyone else was distracted. Someone who invested in themselves when everyone else was consuming. Someone who built themselves when everyone else was just existing. That person is waiting for you to make the decision, waiting for you to commit, waiting for you to focus on yourself. 2026, focus on yourself, build yourself, become unstoppable. Starting now, starting today, starting this moment. Your year is waiting. Go claim it.